Hello everybody. I'm back. It's been a while. But I am back again with another video. It's going to be a draw with me. Also, just a quick little thing. If you guys are interested in starting with your alcohol marker journey, please do check the link in my description for a link that will bring you to some good and affordable alcohol markers to start you with your journey. But yes, let's start this video. So in my last video, I mentioned that I wanted to draw my OCs from my webtoon in a more modern day style clothing, and this piece is exactly that. I'll elaborate more on the characters later, but I just went ahead and sketched it and lined it digitally, and I actually lined it using my traditional lining style, and then I printed it out onto my sketchbook. Speaking of that sketchbook, I am literally only halfway through. School and life have been getting in the way so hard recently, but hopefully I could get it finished really soon. Also, for those of you who are wondering, I use the program called Ibis Paint on my iPad for all of my digital work, including this one. If future me did pull through and showed you that speed paint, well, now we're here. Here's the piece that I printed out onto my sketchbook, which again, I am trying to very much finish. So I have completed the skin coloring. I used some Copics with an ADAXI marker. Speaking of ADAXI markers, I'm most likely going to use those for the majority of my piece. Those were the markers that I was speaking of in the beginning of the video. If you're a beginner looking for some cheap and affordable but good alcohol markers, hey, go take a look at ADAXI, link in my bio, and maybe you'll like it. As for me, I have the 80 set of ADAXI markers currently, and you may be wondering, Bun, why are some markers gone? That is concerning. Well, actually, so before actually coloring the piece, I went ahead and planned what colors I would use. And you may think it's a little insane of me to use this many colors in a pretty simple piece, but if you're new to my channel or are not really familiar with my coloring style, I'll put a little bit of examples up here. My coloring style is it's pretty much an eye strain, so these are pretty much all the colors I'm going to be using in that one piece. So yeah. Also, comment down below if you guys tend to use a lot of colors in seemingly simple pieces as well. I want to see if I'm not alone, please. Thanks. So this piece includes 3 of my OCs from my webtoon called The 71 Liars, The Kingdom of Angels story, and they are particularly the characters that normally wear like really olden days style clothing. I might put some examples up on the screen right now. And yeah, so from left to right, their names are Ignis, Daisuke, and Kotsu, hence the little IDK on the top left corner, because those are their initials together, and I find that really funny and quirky and whatever. Actually, I wouldn't even say that the 3 dress like they're an olden day person, but it's more like the kingdom that they live in is stuck in time, so they have to dress kind of accordingly, but it's also pretty unique, so I wouldn't call it olden day. To kind of elaborate on that, the 2 on the left are knights for the royal family, So Ignis is the king's knight and Daisuke is the princess's knight. So they kind of wear like these white kind of uniforms. Daisuke's normal clothing is normally a white cloak, but Ignis wears that as a uniform as well. And Kotsu over here, he's just a normal villager, I guess, but he is this really proper kind of character, so he wears suits all the time, so I thought it would be fun to make him wear something more casual too. Also, shout out to my editor Choco for choosing the inspiration for Kotsu's outfit. I never really thought that I would put him in clothes like this, or even put him in casual clothes in general, so I guess there's a first for everything. Although I want to call these three a trio, which I already kind of do, they actually don't meet up as a group so far in the story, so they actually never cross paths as a trio, and instead they are actually the friends that Daisuke personally meets up throughout this story. It's kind of funny because throughout this current arc, Daisuke seems to have a little bit of a harem with these two involved, and his dynamics between the both of them is something that I really like about this arc, and I have a lot of fun drawing it out. Before I talk about the dynamic of these boys, Daisuke here is actually from a city, so that city is the city by the sea in my story, and they're pretty advanced, while the kingdom in this story is the only place that kind of halted in time. So to put it simply, that kingdom is pretty old-fashioned, like they dress old-fashioned, and they have like no phones there, or like no technology. They do have electricity and cars, but that's about it. And Daisuke, being the resident loner boy, especially moving to this new kingdom, becomes even more of a loner, but throughout this story he makes these two little friends. So first I'm going to talk about the Daisuke-Kotsu dynamic. So Daisuke looks at Kotsu like almost a mentor, because Kotsu's like really strong and he's really mature despite being like 1 year younger than Daisuke. But it's really funny to see because Kotsu is naive to that and just treats Daisuke like any other guy. He doesn't really like being treated formally despite the way he acts. So it's nice to see that stoic and really energetic guy combo, and it's really fun to write. As for the Daisuke-Ignis dynamic, I already touched on that in my last video, but they always engage in this like childish banter type thing, and they are enemies for life, and I just love that dynamic for them. Hello, I am back with the completed piece. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me color for like the 800th time on this channel. To be fair, that's all I do now, but hopefully I could get this sketchbook finished soon so I could have a tour up for you. Maybe before May, hopefully. Crossing fingers, because then this sketchbook would be a year old and we don't like that. But if you again enjoyed this video or wanted to like explore new marker brands, check out the link in my description and maybe leave a like, or maybe subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. I post once every blue moon. And yeah, thank you for sticking with me till the end of this video, and thank you for watching. See you guys later, bye. Oh crap. Totally did not forget to add his freckles in.